Americans that visited Europe. What was the biggest shock for you? When I first visited Europe, there were a lot of surprises I wasn't prepared for. One thing that really caught me off guard was the language barrier. Not between English and another language, but within English itself. I was in Scotland when a group of German tourists asked us to translate what a local Scotsman was saying. We were all speaking English, but none of us could understand each other. It was hilarious. Another shock was when I ordered a small drink at a cafe. In the US, small is often just a relative term, but in Europe, I actually got a drink that was truly small. I had to laugh at how different the concept of small was. The age of the buildings was another thing that blew me away. In one UK pub, I saw a plaque that said the building had been standing since the 1200s and had even been used by monks. I think it said something about monks fighting off dinosaurs, but you get the idea. Just walking through cities, I couldn't believe how old everything was. It felt like I was walking through a living museum, so connected to history. In the US, you just don't see that kind of age or architecture. It made me appreciate the long histories of these places, and it even sparked an interest in architecture and urban planning I never had before. Then, there was the smoking. I knew it was common in Europe, but I was still surprised at how much I saw, especially in cities like Paris and Helsinki. People just smoked everywhere, while walking down the street, sitting at cafes, and even on public transport. It felt like smoking was more integrated into everyday life than back home. In Spain, the pace of life was incredibly different. It was 10:30 p.m., and the sun was still up. People were just sitting outside, chatting and drinking, while kids ran around the plaza. It was so peaceful, and I felt completely safe and relaxed, which was a stark contrast to the fast-paced, hustle-driven life back in the States. Finally, the idea of taking long breaks was foreign to me, but I quickly adapted in France. It was normal for restaurants to close down for 2 hours in the middle of the day for lunch, and it was a given that taxes were included in the price you saw on the menu. That level of convenience and ease was something I really appreciated, and I could see how it contributed to a more relaxed and happy lifestyle for everyone around me.